everybody, JC here with another TNINews video. Now we've got a lot to cover today, so let's hop right into it. So first thing, I just want to start off and touch on something I talked about in the last news video, and that's the cancellation of the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series 6-inch scale Joker Mobile. And I just wanted to let you guys know that DC Collectibles has officially confirmed for us that that vehicle was canceled. Now, they did not give us a specific reason, but I'm guessing it's due to lack of retail interest. They also confirmed for us that the wave of Bombshell action figures featuring Bumblebee and Supergirl have also been canceled. Now, they do tell me that both the Bombshell line and the Batman Animated Series figure line are still going to continue. It's just those specific products in the lines have been canceled. So I just wanted to let you know that we've gotten official confirmation on that. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, because some of you have been asking, the Marvel Legends 12-inch Black Panther movie figure and the 12-inch Wolverine figure in the Tiger Stripe outfit that was shown during HasCon will be shipping this month. Places like Big Bad Toy Store do have both of those figures up for pre-order, and they do have it listed to ship this month. So I would expect to start seeing it on shelves at physical stores as well sometime during the month, probably later towards the end of the month. Now for actual new news, this week Storm Collectibles announced a special edition of their Mortal Kombat 112 Shao Kahn figure. So we've seen this at the conventions and stuff, but this is a special edition with a lot of blood splatter on it. Now if you're not familiar, the figure is going to come with 2 interchangeable head sculpts. You're also going to get his helmet and hammer. He's going to come with his throne and 8 interchangeable hands. Now again, this special edition version, which went up for pre-order this week, is going to have a lot of blood splatter on the figure and the accessories as well. So basically, you know, he's been doing some serious damage with this version of the figure. And you can pre-order that at Big Bad Toy Store. Kyoto this week released some new images for their upcoming Revoltech Magneto figure. Now this one is due to start shipping this month. I believe it may even started to see release overseas. But this figure has definitely got some nice detail and looks like one of the nicer looking Marvel figures they've done for the Revoltech line. Now Magneto is going to be superposable, including his cape, which is going to have articulation on it. He's going to come with 2 facial expressions, 2 interchangeable heads. One will have a helmet and one without. He'll also have a removable actual helmet that he can hold in his hands. But then you're also going to get interchangeable hands and a display base, and he's going to have a magnet effect, so you can attach things like paper clips to one of the pairs of hands he comes with, or if you've got a metal object, basically to kind of recreate his power of magnetism. So again, that figure is going to start shipping this month, and you can pre-order it now at Big Bad Toy Store. And then the other day, they also released a new image for their Revoltech Carnage. Now, I don't have a release date on that one yet, other than it's going to be released sometime next year. But with the new image, we get a look at the accessories he's going to come with. Looks like about 20 tendril-type pieces that you can attach to the figure, multiple pairs of hands, including bladed-type hands, and then multiple eye pieces as well. I'm assuming official images and specific details as far as release date and everything will be released soon. But as of yet, this is basically what we've got to look at. But definitely, I like the figure and like what I'm seeing for that. Now, this week is the Tokyo Comic Con, and we've gotten a lot of reveals from overseas companies with this event. And these images come from the website Ami Hobby News. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'll have a link to their coverage down below. So I highly recommend that you check that out for more detailed information or specifically images. They've got a lot more images than what I'm going to show you here. So I would definitely check that link out. But basically what I want to touch upon are, first of all, with Hot Toys, they revealed their new Matrix 1/6 scale figures. So they're going to be doing Neo and Agent Smith from the original Matrix movie. And then they also showed off for Star Wars a Return of the Jedi Princess Leia figure. Now they had other figures on display, but these are the new ones that we had not seen before. Medicom surprised us by debuting a new MAFEX Marvel figure with Gwenpool. So this is a comic book based figure, which is kind of different for the MAFEX line. And again, it's of Gwenpool. I don't have any specific details other than this image that we're showing you, but definitely the figure looks pretty cool. And if you're a fan of that character, you'll probably want to check that one out. Hopefully we'll get more official details and maybe images soon for that. The Good Smile Company, they showed off a new Figma Batman figure. So this figure is going to be based on the upcoming Batman animated movie called Batman Ninja. Now, we'd seen some figures for this movie from Tomasi Nations for their SH Figure Arts line back during New York Comic Con. If you're not familiar, this is a movie. There's actually a trailer that just hit today for it, and it's got subtitles. It's in Japanese. But basically, Batman and Joker get ported back to Japan during medieval times and such, and Batman's dressed as a ninja and such. So it's kind of a cool design. I don't know how good the movie's going to be, but the design of the figures are pretty cool. And from the trailer, it looks like there are other characters too. Looks like I maybe caught a Deathstroke, a version of Deathstroke, and maybe Nightwing and a couple others. So I could definitely see companies expanding this line. But for right now, it looks like Good Smile Company is going to be doing a Figma of Batman, and then again we saw Joker and Batman for the SH Figure Arts line. Tomasi Nations for Marvel, they debuted 2 new Iron Man figures for the SH Figure Arts line, so we're going to be getting Iron Man in the Hot Rod armor as well as the gold Midas armor. And then for their Magna Realization line, they debuted a new Deadpool figure. Switching gears to Star Wars, Tomasi Nations had a ton of figures to reveal, especially for the SH Figure Arts line. So for SH Figure Arts, they revealed a new Count Dooku figure, which looks pretty good, has the soft goods cape, an Episode 3 Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, an Episode 1 Queen Amidala figure, an Episode 2 C-3PO figure, the Clone Troopers from Episode 2 with the red, green, yellow, and blue colors. We're getting a Battle Droid Commander with the yellow stripe on it. Then for Episode 4, we're getting a new Princess Leia figure and Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. And then for Return of the Jedi, they're doing a 6-inch scale Jabba the Hutt figure. For Force Awakens, they're doing Finn in his First Order Stormtrooper disguise and Han Solo. And then finally, they showed off a ton of different astromech droids, so from various movies. So we're getting R2B1, R2A6, R4P17, R2M5, R2C4, and then also C2B5. For the movie Realization line, they also showed off a number of Force Awakens figures, so we're going to get versions of Kylo Ren, Captain Phasma, and then several different First Order Stormtroopers and a Shadow Trooper. Now this is their Samurai movie Realization line, which definitely has some cool artistic takes on these characters. And again, if you want more in-depth coverage of all of these things and more, be sure to head over to the Hobby News website. And again, the link to them is in the video description below. Okay, so that's it for the news this week. Now, I do have a few Q&A questions from you guys. Now, if you're not familiar with this segment, this is where you guys post questions in the news video. So if you want a Q&A question that I'll try and answer in a future news video, just ask it down below in the comments section. Just put Q&A next to it, and I'll try and get to it in the next news video. But I've got 3 questions for this week, and the first question comes from Q Southwood 1, and he asks, have you heard anything about the Bandai Shredder lately? So I'm assuming you're talking about the SH Figure Arts Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder figure from Tomasi Nations and Bandai. And that figure was announced, I believe it was at New York Comic Con. They said that essentially it's on hold, which essentially means it's canceled. So don't expect that figure to get released. I guess the turtle figures just did not sell well enough. The SH Figure Art turtle figures did not sell well enough for them. I'm making that assumption, but they did say that Shredder figure was basically on indefinite hold at this time. So essentially it's been canceled. Jake's Reviews 123 asks, do you think the Marvel Legends vehicle series will hit Walgreens, and do you think there's going to be a second wave of retro 6-inch Marvel Legend figures since the previous ones were called Series 1? So for your first question, I can't say 100%, but those vehicles are not exclusive to anybody. So Walgreens, if they want to, can certainly carry those. Now, being that they're bigger items and Walgreens does have limited shelf space for their toys. I don't know if they will choose to carry those, but certainly they are able to. So I would just say, you know, keep checking your Walgreens once you hear reports of them being out. But again, they're not exclusive to any store, so any retailer can choose to carry them if they want to. As for a second wave of the retro figures, the Toy Biz retro figures, I have not heard anything about a second wave. I'm guessing Hasbro will probably wait and see how the sales do on the first wave, which honestly seem to be doing pretty good. I've not been seeing too many of those figures sitting on shelves. So I would say it's certainly a possibility that we could see a second wave of those. However, Hasbro has made no indication at this time that they're doing a second series. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And then the final question this week comes from Filippi Productions. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name, but he asks, whatever happened to the DC Films line by DC Collectibles? Was it canceled or did they just cut some characters from the line? So after releasing the first two figures, the Superman and the armored Batman figure from Dawn of Justice, they canceled the line. There are no more figures coming from that line. They put it, you know, basically announced that early last year. So that was one of the first casualties to the recent slew of DC collectible cancellations. But don't expect any more figures to be released for the movie line beyond the Superman and the armored Batman figure. Okay, so that's it. Again, if you've got a question you'd like me to try and answer next time, just ask it down below and put Q&A next to the question, and I'll try and get to it. As always, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything we talked about today. Also, please like the video if you're so inclined, and if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.